All right, Millie, welcome to the channel.
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is actually Millie Close, aka everybody calls me Millie. I've been out here for about off and on 10 years. It came to me that way being when I got a charge, and my family and I were on Section 8, and when I caught the misdemeanor on my background, it was either we all leave the house or the one that had the misdemeanor left the house. So I sacrificed myself, and I became homeless instead of all of us.
So tell me about growing up and where you're from originally.
Originally, I'm actually from Idaho. Um, I was born in Ontario, Oregon, and I lived in Oregon and Idaho area most of my life. About 10 years old. And then my mom started traveling. She was a truck driver, so I got to see a lot of the world. Well, the United States, anyways. I've seen about 47 states, 3 provinces of Canada, Mexico. It was really cool. It was fun. Had to see something new every day.
For sure. So do you
Yeah.
have any siblings?
Yes, I do. I have 2 sons. My oldest is 21. His name is Donald Lee. And then my youngest, he's 7, and his name is James Tiger.
Okay, so you have children, but do you have like any brothers or sisters?
Do I have any brothers? No, actually, I don't.
No. Okay.
I'm an actually only child, and it was my mom and I for a really long. Well, my dad died when I was a baby, so it was just me and my mom for a long time.
Gotcha. So it's just you and your mom growing up, no siblings, and you said you have 2 children.
I have 2 children.
2 boys.
2 boys. Yes.
Gotcha. So how did you end up here in Gainesville?
When my mom was traveling, when she was doing her truck driving, she came through here, a few times, and she liked the area. But what happened was originally she sold her house in Oregon, and after she sold her house in Oregon, she said that's when she said that she wanted me to come down here in Florida because of her, well, for one, because of her health. My mom's got really bad arthritis, and so we came down here to live, and she's been doing a lot better.
Gotcha. That's good news. So how did you become homeless in Gainesville?
That was like I was saying earlier. We were all on Section 8, and I caught a charge. I caught a misdemeanor. And when the Section 8 found out I had a misdemeanor, they pretty much said the person with the misdemeanor, or all of us, would have to leave Section 8 or the home. So I sacrificed myself, and I came out here to be homeless instead of my son and my mom being out here too.
So you've been out here homeless for about how long?
I've been out here for about off and on 10 years.
10 years homeless? Wow. So how is it being a woman out here homeless? You said that
it's not easy out here being a woman too.
So you're out here with your boyfriend though, right?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend. Yeah, but if you're a single woman out here, it's even triply not easy. Everybody, all of them out here, they all think that you're pretty much the bait. And if once they baited you, they can pretty much do whatever they want to you. Some of them, they force you to do something that you don't want to do, or others, it's a crazy world,
So
some people, get violent. Some of them get violent with you.
What would you say is one of your most horrifying experiences or troubling experiences being out on the streets?
That would be the one where I was over on Newberry Road, and this guy, I just knew him. He just came up in my little area because I was already sitting in the area that I usually lay in. And he came up, and and I was like, okay, cool, and we were just talking. Next thing I know is this other guy comes up, and he's got a box cutter knife. And at first, he had against the other guy's throat, and I only said one thing, and it was just wrong place, wrong time, and I just said to the guy, please don't do that, or please stop. That's all I said. Next thing I know is he punches me in the side of the head, starts grabbing all my stuff, throwing it out the door. And finally he left for a few minutes. Then he came back. Next thing I know, and then he's trying to stabbed the box cutter knife in my chest. And thank God my hands were up like this. If it wasn't for my hands being like this, I'd probably be dead.
Wow,
Yeah, it was really scary.
that's crazy. So how do you survive day to day out here being homeless? Like you say, you've been out here for about 10 years in the streets. So how do you survive? Like, how do you get food? How do you take a shower? Things like that.
Sometimes I take showers at some of the shelter places. If I don't go there, then I usually, I'll find like a public bathroom, like at a park or something, and I'll go in there and I'll bird bath myself. It may not be a shower, but at least I'm getting clean, and I know I am. I can just, I'll wipe myself down with a wash rag, with soapy wash rag, rinse myself off. Hey, at least I'm clean. Sometimes that's the way I have to do it. Other
And
than that,
as far as money, how do you get money out here?
money, doing like what you saw me doing, panhandling most of the time.
Gotcha. And you're usually in this area.
Yeah, usually this area, most of the time, yeah.
Okay. So would you say that drugs and alcohol play a part in you being in the position you're in now?
Definitely not alcohol. I don't drink alcohol.
No alcohol. Okay.
Nah, I wouldn't say drugs either. I know if I wanted to do it, I would. I think as of right now, I just, it's the feel of, I know, sometimes just the freedom, because, a lot of, there's a lot of stuff that's happened in our family. My grandma recently died, and we had an aunt that recently died. It was all like a month apart, those two were. And, and then there's just so much other stuff, so I'm just going through a lot, right now, and sometimes being around my family, she kind of just stresses it out a little even harder on me, so sometimes I come out here just for the freedom, just to get away from it all.
So you feel like it's more stressful with your family than it is out here at times.
Sometimes it is, yeah. Sometimes
a lot
it
of
is,
pressure on you.
because it was because for right now, like for instance, my mom, the grandma that died was my mom's mom, and she's really taking it hard. And I've been trying to be there for her and be the strong one, and it hasn't been easy. I haven't been able to feel something about it myself, because I'm trying to be so strong for her. So after a while, I just couldn't handle it anymore, and I came out here just to, for out here for a while, just to be free.
So would you say the pressure and the weight that you have on you from your family, would you say that's the reason that you do drugs or whatever?
No, I wouldn't say it's my family. I always blame myself for what I do. It's whatever I do is it's my consequences.
For sure.
I wouldn't blame my family for it. No, it's not. They didn't do it.
So, what is your drug of choice?
To be honest, Molly.
Molly's.
But I do a little bit of spice. I don't do very much of it though. I don't really like it. But I do a little bit of spice sometimes. But mostly Molly.
Gotcha. And do you have any future goals?
Yeah, I do. I want to be able to, I want to be able to get a place, and maybe try to get, either a job or I don't know, just something. I know I want to get a place, and then be able to, take care of my son, my youngest son, and stuff like that, because I do miss him. I miss him a lot. My youngest son, he's got a really good connection with me, and I hate to mess it up, and I hope that that connection stays strong.
And your children are with your mom right now?
Well, my youngest one is, yes.
The youngest one is with your mom.
Yeah,
and
the oldest one, he moved out. He's long gone.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already 21.
For sure, understood. And how old are you?
I'm 41.
41. Okay, gotcha. So if you could change anything in your life, whether it was a decision you made or mistake, whatever, what would it be?
Probably a decision I made.
What would that decision be?
To not have done what I did. And what I did, I know that was wrong. and I know that's probably what put me out here.
What did you do?
Um, I used to talk to this one girl, and this one girl used to talk me into stealing my mom's pills,
Hmm.
and it was Xanax.
Mm.
Well, I did. I stole them from her for, because she kept telling me that she had a heart problem, you know. Well, there was one day I found one bottle and it had about 280 pills in it.
Hmm.
Well, my mom, she told me if I didn't get back, she'd call the cops. By the time I got back to the house, the cops were already called. The cops were already there. They met me there at my mom's house.
Mm.
All my mom wanted was pills back. I gave them back, but I'm not thinking and not realizing, realizing it. Well, they already got what they wanted. Why am I letting them search my car
Hmm.
or my backpack? Well, I let them search my car and my backpack. They found a pipe and some weed.
Mm.
That's where I got my misdemeanor, and that's how I became homeless.
And how long did you have to do in jail?
I didn't. I wasn't in there for very long.
Very long.
No,
Okay.
no. I don't even think I went to jail that night. No, I was only. I think they just gave me a ticket, and I think I just had to pay a ticket that time. There was another time that I actually. My first time that I went to jail was a few years down the line, and it was when I asked this drunk guy, and that's when I was out. I was out at Grace at that time. That's where I was staying.
Hmm.
But I asked the guy. I paid the guy to give me a ride to my mom's house so I can wash my clothes and stuff. And I had my pills and stuff, but not thinking, I put all the ones that I knew that people would want to steal.
Hmm.
I put them in a different pill bottle.
Mm.
I didn't keep the name of the bottle that I had. So I had like 3 Somas, 2 Xanaxes, and like 4 hydrocodones, all in my allergy pill bottle.
Mhm.
Well, by the time the drunk guy, see, he was taking me over to my mom's house. Well, there was another guy that was riding with us too. Well, he was flat out drunk. So he was like upsetting the driver, So the driver calls the cops, Next thing I know, I drove a little farther of the ways. By the time we got to where we were at, we were surrounded by cops.
Mm.
And next thing I know is they pull us out of the vehicle. They're searching the vehicle, and when they search the vehicle, of course, all my stuff's in there too.
Hmm.
They searched through my stuff, and that's when they found the pills.
Wow.
And I was in jail for a week.
A week with
And
that?
that was the first time in my entire life I was ever in jail. I was so scared. I was so scared.
Yeah.
I've never been to jail. I was so scared. I'll be honest with you, I cried. I cried. I was so scared. Yeah.
So that was, I'm taking that was a really terrifying experience for
you.
you.
It was really scary to me, because I've never, like I said, I've never been in jail before.
Do you have anything that you want to say to the people that's viewing this video?
I think if you're going to be out here, to always, maybe always have faith, and and always know that you're in God's hands, and God's going to take care of you. But also know that it is a struggle out here, and to always watch your back, be careful, and stay safe. And that's what I would tell people.
All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for doing this
welcome.
interview. I really appreciate you giving
No
me some
problem.
time. Hopefully I see you around. I wish you the best of luck with things.
Thank
Peace.
you so much. Thank you so much.
All right.